Hey guys, it's Borg Fight here from MMOHut.com, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video for Star Trek Online, a recently free-to-play MMO sci-fi published by Perfect World. Now I'm going to spend about 20 minutes or so checking the game out, make some comments. If you guys want to learn more about Star Trek Online or just read the review, you can go to MMOHut.com/review/Star Trek Online. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start with, we can choose our career here. Now there's 3 careers available: engineering officer, science officer, and tactical officer. I would like to note though, when they go back here, this is exactly what you see when you log in. So there is regular play and create content. One feature of the game is that you can create content. However, you do have to be somewhat of a paying subscriber or have to, upgrade your account from the silver free subscription in order to create the content. But as a regular player, you do have access to new Federation character or Cleon character. But even for gold members, which are the pay to play, they do have to wait until level 25 of a Federation character before they can create one. So I'm of course just going to start one of these. I'm going to click that. And there's 3 different classes: engineering officer, survivability, support generators controlling the passive enemy advance. Science officers protect their ship and crew by weakening or incapacitating enemy over time. And tactical officer is combat damage, stealth, recon, and squad tactics. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to go with engineering officer. Go click next. And now I can choose my race. So there's a bunch of different races. These are all from the Star Trek universe, of course. And let's see, I'm just going to click around until I find something interesting. And that actually looks pretty cool. A little tiny guy there. I want him to be a male though. Oh yeah, look at that beard. That is one sexy beard. Boy, Omer goes for the little lowly characters. I go for the bearded old wide-headed men, so not bad. Can I make him taller? No, I guess it just zooms in and out. Alright, so he's pig-headed. Hold and placate, resist, chance for 10% damage, buff and critical hit. Sturdy, physical damage, resist, knockback, resist. They're one of the founding races of the United States Federation. Alright, so we'll go with him. And it looks like here you can go and choose things from your trait pool. And let's see, stubborn, warp theorist, let's see, plus 10 starship warp, plus 10 electroplasm. I don't really know what this stuff is, but they're all chosen anyways. Maybe I can, let's go with this. This looks pig-headed. I like that trait. So it looks like I have pig-headed and sturdy. And it looks like here I can choose 2 from this pool. Okay, so I can uncheck stubborn and go for something else. Let's see here. What's this? Anything good? Plus apply damage, I'll take that, that's cool. And sure-footed, knockback resistance, 5 damage. We'll go with maximum hit points. That looks cool. So it's cool, you can change your traits, not just from the default ones. These are the default looks like, or the required ones rather, and then you can choose 2 extra trait pools to kind of customize your character even further. So he doesn't have to be locked into per race, which a lot of MMOs do. You can actually move them around where possible. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there's just some preset variants. We're not going to go ahead and do too much into that, but let's see. There we go. Where's that guy? I need a beard though. Yeah, we'll just go with that, and we'll go with hair color. Yeah, that looks. He is someone you can take serious, no doubt. Alright, so let's see, anything up. So as you can see, there's a lot of advanced options. I'm not going to mess with these right now because I just want to get into the gameplay. But as you can see, you can spend a lot of time really customizing your character, which is pretty nice to have this level of customization in Star Trek MMO. So we have that done, and I'm going to click next, and next again. There we go. So enter my name. So I'm of course going to try to be Spunkify if possible. And you can also enter your starship name. So because this is Star Trek, you do actually have a starship you get to create, and you can actually choose the name of the starship. So I'm going to be USS Spunkified. Hopefully that works. And you can also do formal name, middle, last. You can really create a backstory for your character, even with the biography. So I'm going to go ahead and just, character creation failed. What? Come on. And it just knocked me out of the thing. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to try to get back to where I was. I'm going to pause this real quickly, and hopefully we can actually get into the game. Alright guys, so we're back. I had to change my name to Spunkifiable in order for it to take it. So I think my ship name is USS Spunkify. There was a little cutscene before this, but I was just going to skip it anyways, seeing as we just want to get right into the game. Help. W to step forward, A to step left, right. So it looks like, very standard MMO controls. You can interact with people with icons over their head, and approach the chief officer. Okay, so all that stuff. Hold down your right mouse button and move your control the camera. Okay, all that's typical stuff. We just get out of that for now. And I do feel though I move pretty slowly, and look at me waddle. Oh, I also changed my facial color here to be a little darker. Kind of play up the race card a little bit. Let's come up here. Oh, so slow. Can I go in this way? I see the icon on the map, but is he down there? Can I see him? Maybe. Oh, I feel like I'm so slow. Okay, so down here looks like we have our combat controls, but there's like stuff blocking the way. Okay, so that's Palm Strike, and then some other abilities, which I don't know what that is, like, Resuscitation, to reset an ally. So this actually looks like it's a little bugged, but alright, we'll be okay with that. So where is this guy I'm supposed to talk to? Okay, there you are. Waving your arm, I couldn't even see you from there. I guess I'm too short. So give report. Click to select or press F. The Borg are attacking. Captain Target needs all hands to battle stations. I need you to get to the bridge to help me coordinate our efforts with the captain. Alright. Sure thing. Press M now to find the room's exit. Let's see, so looks to be right here, but and there I am. Okay, so there I am on the map, and this is where we have to exit. Center on player, so you can click that to actually center on me, and then we can scan the area there. Since our readings from the ship confirm with tricorder readings, there are 0 unusual objects, so it looks like there'll be ability to scan to find objects if you want to do stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this and go down here. Run, little man. This is Captain speaking. All hands to battle stations. Repeat, all hands to battle stations. So, as you can hear in the audio, it definitely sounds like Star Trek. You have the classic signal of, like, I think this is when they're in battle, it's like code red. So we're going to go up here, and it looks like I'm going to be going to turbolift to go to the bridge. Alright, so let's get up here. So it started off, it has a very Star Trek-like feel. It definitely sounds and looks like Star Trek. I'm curious to see how the actual combat works out. I do believe this uses the same engine as Champions Online, so they just modified it for, of course, Star Trek. And of course, you see the holo screen there, although that looks more like an stationary image with like a little block moving around rather than 3D. All right. Spunkifiable, you're just in time. The Borg are attacking like a colony, or orders her to join the fleet that was fighting the Borg, but we may be too late. Alright. You use one of the consoles to hail the USS Kitomar. Alright. So go over here. Gotta do my space mission. Alright, so press F. Interacting. And since Spunkifiable did it, sir, we're getting a response from the blah, blah, blah. Captain, the signal's not coming from the Colonel's bridge. Captain, the communication is from an emergency medical hologram. One of the okay. So we're going to click through those. Alright, so see if hopefully I'm able to get to some combat. Return the turbolift and take it down to the transport room. So it looks like we're going to transport over there. So it's kind of interesting. I guess I go this way. Looks like they're fighting the Borg right now, and they're just kind of emoting, which is kind of cool to see them, doing that. As you can see, help, you can interact with things with F, which is exactly what we're doing. So you have the option of either clicking or hitting F, which F is actually really similar to, say, DC Universe Online. Because DC Universe Online, you can use the hotkey instead of actually clicking on someone as well. Alright, so I want to go over there. So I got to transport on this pad, and it looks like it does. Let's go over here. And I'm going to beam across. So here we go. Oh, a nice little somatic there. Beam me up, Scotty, and there I go. Alright, so of course this is tutorial stage, just kind of getting you familiar with everything. Once you get past this area, of course you'll probably get your own spaceship, as well as be able to travel to different planets. So it looks like they're fighting the Borg right now, so let's see if we can actually get some action. Looks like a pretty good fight going on. Alright, all the information you've learned here has been uploaded in your library computer. AIM, his name is AIM. Oh, emergency medical hologram, okay. Okay.
A miracle worker.
Much of the company's crew were injured, and none of the crewmen assisting me have medical training. Scan one of the injured crew members and report back to him. Okay. So I'm ready for some combat, though. How do I scan you? Can I just come up to you? Okay, so just press F again. Use that to scan the crew member, and then go back to this guy. So I'm gonna do this. There's an 88% chance you will need my help. Okay, well, thanks for having faith in me. Then. Oh, that's cool. So you can just kind of walk through them as a hologram. Here's someone else named Zulubur. Some other race. I like my little pig guy though. What are we gonna do now? Find Lieutenant Delis in auxiliary control. Man, I want to shoot something. Sound like Tristan from League of Legends. I want to shoot something. Are these guys gonna get blown up? Whoa. Yeah, he got shot. But he looks like he's okay. Oh, look at all the Borg. Come at me, bro. Come on. Imagine if like the Borg just like saw this little pig guy just like jumping in front of them. Alright, let's see. We'll use the console by the force field to store the Borg patterns. So we gotta store them. So apparently we are just like scanning them now. We're actually trying to defend against these guys. We just gotta store them. Alright, let's see here. Go through the door behind me and use the console to buy the hull breach. So I'm assuming this way. Yep. So we pull up my map by pushing M and go look at that. Oh man, looks like they broke a hole open. Oh, look at that. I'm waiting for like some guy to get like sucked out, but no such luck. There's a lot of interacting right now. Alrighty there. So, oh, we're beaming the Borg up. There they go. And they're out. Not bad. Seems kind of mischievous there. Incoming message. Good job on taking care of those Borg. Yeah, I just beamed them in there. And main engineering needs some assistance, and I can't leave this computer for us. Alright. Take the turbo lift to deck 2 and investigate the situation. So at this point, we're just kind of like filling in the backstory of what's going on in the ship. I have yet to actually shoot anything. My pig guy aches for action. Hopefully we can get some action soon. I'd have to say from a first impression standpoint, this isn't one of the best tutorials that I've ever played. I mean, it does give you the basics of, you know, using F to do that. Also, I just kind of like rolled. I don't know how I did that. And it looks like I can actually hold down shift. Yeah, I can hold down shift and it makes me run faster. So that's good. If you hold down shift, guys, you run faster. Much like any FPS. Now, how did I actually get here? Where's the turbo lift? This doesn't actually tell me where the turbo lift. Was the turbo lift in here? I think it was over here. So I'm going to run here, sprint across with my little pig legs, skip around. I'm going to close this out again. You can also close it by hitting period. Alright, here's the turbo lift. I completely did not see that. Take the turbo lift to deck 2. So, I will say a couple of the differences. Investigate deck 2 and destroy Borg. Finally get to destroy something, but I don't even know if I get to shoot Borg. So, some of the differences are limitations in the amount of mail and credits or gold, essentially, that you can get in the game. The credit limitation can be upgraded. I think you start with 10 million credits versus the paid subscription, which is 1 billion credits. And that gets upgraded through, of course, purchases in the store. Now, there are a lot of... Oh, a drone. Okay, so let's see if I can actually fight you now. So, typical combat is, of course, 1 and 2. You know, hotkey combat. You have to be close. And I'm gonna... There we go. Punch that, apparently. Okay. Oh, okay, so I use my combat on that. It's not just a hotkey like the other things were. Looks like I did that. I gotta destroy more of these devices. But what I was saying is some of the typical limitations like mail and, you know, like conversations and such like that, those actually go away over time, which is pretty cool. They go away over time like the longer you play. So if you play up to like 20 hours, it said, you get a lot of the limitations get lifted. Now there's like a full list of limitations on their website that you can go to. It's StarTrekOnline.com/free-to-play_features. So you can actually look at the full differences of pay-to-play versus the free-to-play version. And to be honest, there aren't a lot of differences. A lot of it gets lifted after 20 hours of play or after buying anything in the store, which is really nice to see. Hit H to holster and unholster the weapon. So I'm gonna holster now. I'm not scared of any Borg. I can just like pig punch them in the face, not a problem. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna go up this turbo lift deck, go upstairs. Alright, go to main engineering. Oh, some Borg now. So looks like that does a little bit of damage, although my basic attack seems to do more. And these drones are really slow. He's just punching out. I was expecting them to use your melee attack. Alright guys, we'll use our melee attack. Palm strike. Oh, pushes them down. But I'm curious to see what my 2 does, because my 2, I got flanked, but it doesn't really matter. I have a lot of HP. I do have pig-headed rage, which gives me, I think, extra damage, which is one of my stat traits, which is pretty cool. And see, my 2 though is like I guess a beam charge, and it stuns them. So 2 stuns, 3 is like a, you know, little punch in the face with my pig hands. I don't know what that is. I think the actual things are displays. And 1 is, of course, my main attacks. These guys are really easy, not even pulling up a challenge. I don't even think I'm taking any damage from them. Condition red. That guy just got destroyed by those flat pulse cannons. Let's go ahead and run here. Pig head away. Head down the ramp to the barriers and help defend the engineers against the Borg. Alright. Let's see here. Just gonna. Oh wait, these are my guys. There's the Borg. Haha. Use my little gun here. You just lots of drones coming in here. None of these guys are really shooting. They're pretty much just melee. So it's just a lot of one tapping. During combat, you can aim mode to do more damage. Press X to aim and X to stop aiming. Alright, and we can also crouch. So I can crouch like that. It looks like that does more damage. It looks like I need to hit somewhere else. So let's try aiming. So this does more damage, although I'm not actually aiming, it seems like. I'm crouched in. It probably means you're more vulnerable, obviously, from closer range. But I can also crouch to do more damage as well. So we need to go somewhere else now. So go to transporter room. Alright, so I need to go back up here. I think. Yeah, so I need to go in here. Wait, downstairs. I need to go downstairs. There we go. Just gonna use my little pig legs to jump over, take 13 damage, no problem. Sprint in here. The drone is like any we've ever seen. But aren't drones usually like the same? Alright, they need some help. And it sounds like they're having a worse time with the Borg than we are. So, let's see here. A junior technical officer will return to the USS Spunky with you. Ah, so that ship that I was on is actually mine. So over here we can pick up some more quests. Talk to bridge officer. Just gonna go ahead and pick these up. Talk to tactical officer. If you want an officer that will increase your damage roll, then ask Sherman to assign you one of the tactical officers. And what is this guy? Engineering officer? Alright. So I'm gonna talk to him. Ah, looks like I get some skill points, bridge officer skill points, and tactical officer skill points. Let's see here. Do I have to choose? Nope. Looks like I can just click it. Said this is actually what it does. Space abilities, tactical officer candidate. So it looks like you need help back on board the USS Spunky. Use the transporter pad beam back to your ship, and also beam the officer you selected aboard the ship. Okay. So looks like I ended up choosing the Tala one somehow. Alright. Your choice of bridge officer is very important. Research your bridge officer character before you choose one. I didn't do that, but you can, of course, research which one you want. And I do have a bridge officer now, which is pretty cool. So you get your crew, and the ship that you start on is obviously it's actually your ship, which is pretty nice. Although I don't actually look like a captain here, so I'm curious to see if like starts off as one of the captain, and then the captain dies, and you get actually placed in that. But it looks like now we're in space combat. The Borg were, it looks like they're deliberately targeting officers. The captain and senior staff are all among the casualties. If these reports are correct, you are the highest ranking officer aboard the Spunky, sir. This makes you the acting captain. So now I am the captain, so it looks like we finally get some space combat. Let's see, this is Captain Alcott of the USS Citadel. Good to see you're still having engines. We are conducting search and rescue operation, and we can use some help. Our showcraft are doing their best, but your ship's larger transport capacity could make the rescue efforts go much faster. Get close enough to each ship to beam survivors off and then take them to the USS whatever. Alright, so let's get this underway. So let's see, ship movement here. Increase your throttle by pressing E, decrease by pressing Q. Alright, so I'm increasing my throttle here. So it looks like there's already a lot of other ships in this area. Bigglesworth, as you can see. Let's see, alright, so we'll get out of this. No more helpful necessary. So where can we actually go? So to pitch ship down, we push W. Turn ship left, push A, S. So it's a lot like, we're going to beam survivors aboard. The USS Kelvin. So these ships, a lot of these ships looks like they're famous from Star Trek. Gotta find some other ships to bomb across. So can I go faster? Looks like I am at maximum speed, which honestly looks pretty slow, but I imagine that you can get upgrades to actually make the ship go faster itself. Select the USS Oakland by clicking it. Alright, there it is. Press escape to clear the target. So I'm going to beam those guys. So rescue those pretty quickly. Let's see if I can beam these guys too. You can also steer a ship by holding down both mouse buttons, release both mouse buttons, and stop turning. Ah, that's cool. So we're going to steam. Alright, got those guys. As you can see here, this is your whole stability. And you can kind of see how your shields are and where you're taking damage from. The Bigglesworth here, it seems like he's firing something or shooting something. I'm going to go down to Montreal. Looks like another ship. So I'm going to pitch down here. And let's see, over here you have your bridge crew powers. It looks like you also have spots for 2 other bridge members, so you can have a full thing. When traveling long distance, use Shift R to engage full impulse. Shift R to disengage when you're close to your destination. So it looks like this will speed you up, and then you can slow down by hitting it again. I did hit that though, but it looks like it didn't take any damage. Make your way to the USS Sequoia and beam the survivors to the sick bay. Alright, let's do this. Oh, apparently I was already close to them. Thank you for your efforts. Alright. Captain, we're receiving a hail from the USS Renown. Is that taking them so you can survive in command? The Borg on the move and structural damage to Renown's core is out of the is the only logical course that we repair our ship shields and weapons. Maneuver your ship to the USS Renown on the other side of the asteroid. Alright, so using that, I do see it. So I'm going to bring this up here. Oh, look at the Borg. That cube is moving. That is one fast cube. So, alright, so we're going to commence the repair. Slow down. Weapon sensors back online. Nice. Warp to the Borg. So it looks like we're warping right now. But are we almost warped through that ship. So maybe we get some combat in here before we call it a wrap. I'm going to try to get some combat in space, and then we will call this first impressions for now. Alright, let's see which are weapons back online. We can finish them off. Alright. Weapons, firing arcs, firing weapons. To fire a weapon, click on the icon, the number in the action bar, or press the number for that weapon on your keyboard. Weapons may have a return time between shots. And there's also arc. Hover your mouse over a weapon icon to see its firing arc in game. Your ship won't be able to fire a weapon at a target if that target is outside the weapon firing arc. So much like range. And then there's range is 10 kilometers of a target to fire its weapon. Alright, so let's do this. So there's some pretty good depth in all of this. Let me come around here. Oh, that's a giant cube again. Alright, so let's speed up here a little bit. And those cubes are coming in quick. Alright, so as you can see, using my 1 button on my keyboard to do some damage there. Trying to get close enough. Let's see, hitting 2 does a photon torpedo, looks like. Oh, and looks like we did some good damage. If they 2 have all starship weapons have firing arcs, mouse over the weapon to see. If 2 weapons have overlapping arcs, you can fire them at the same time, which is pretty cool. I fired those 2 at the same time. And it looks like if I don't even have to hold down one, it just fires a pulse. And it will continue to fire a pulse. I have good news and bad news, Captain. The good news is that longer range sensor operational. Warp to the active Borg ship and destroy 4 probes. Looks like we're warping once more. See if we can find some more Borg ships. I want to actually destroy the cubes. Those are pretty cool looking. So what's me? I have a third ability too. I'm not sure. You can direct more energy to individual shields by using the arrow keys on the shield monitor. The balance powers between all your buttons. Use the button in the center of the shield monitor. So you can actually balance all of your shields to make sure that you don't take too much damage from a certain direction, like forward. So I can actually click this forward and put more into there. So I'm going to shoot that. So as you can see, I'm taking more damage from the front, but I did put more towards the front, so I'm taking less damage because of that. Oh, looks like we're failing. Our enemy shields are down. Oh, so we took their shield, which is good. So I'm going to put more to the side now, because he is now shooting me from the side. Almost done here. Come on. Almost done. Probe is almost done. I do need to slow down, though. Come on. Kill him. This guy is like getting all up in my grill. Alright, so now we're going to speed back up. Shoot those photon torpedoes. Make them perform normal capacity. The consoles near bridge are represented by the button. Some bridge officers' abilities modify how your weapons work. Alright, so what does hers do? Looks like I need to come back around here. We did get that guy. Alert. Condition red. You won't be able to beam or warp out of the map while you're in combat. I gotcha. So, let's see. We need 4 probes. No, beam down to Vega Colony. Alright, where's Vega Colony? Let's see. Good work, Captain. I'll put you on screen. Short-range communication operation, and we're receiving a message from Commander Kelly. Alright. Heard the ship was destroyed, protecting the Commander. I'm glad we heard wrong, because we need some help down here. My team has been down on the Borg and capturing the colonists. We need more phasers down here pronto. Beam down to the planet and meet with Commander Kelly. So as you can see, you can choose your away team. I suspect that you can choose more than one person if you get more people on your team, and you can just mix and match depending on the mission at hand. And you can also see exactly what abilities these people have. So you actually have a boarding party or like a beam party that you can use on there. It's not just you on the ground, it's you and your team. So I'm just going to choose him, and it looks like we're warping down the ground. Well guys, this is all for my first impression. Just want to show you everything in the game currently. If you guys want to know more about Star Trek Online or just reading the full review, do check out MMOHut.com for that. That's in the links below. Anyways guys, this is Borg Fight out. I'll see you guys later.